Hey folks, this is BestInSlot and welcome back to Prehistoric Nature, a humongous Minecraft Dinosaurs mod that adds well over, and I mean well over at this point, 1,000 new prehistoric entities to the game. We've got dinosaurs, arthropods, plants, pterosaurs, aquatics, everything in the world. And today I've been fortunate enough to bring you a preview of the next brand new dimension, that is the Early Cretaceous. Now it is still in alpha, but it's coming later on this year and you're going to get a little bit of a preview of it today. Obviously it's a work in progress, lots of things still to do, but I get to showcase it a little bit for you in this video. Now, just a little cleanup before we get started. I should mention this is running on Minecraft 1.12.2. However, they are looking to upgrade Prehistoric Nature to a newer version of Minecraft. And you, if you are a coder, an animator or a sound designer in particular, you could get involved in that. The Prehistoric Nature mod team is looking for new people to get involved. And if you want to find out more about that, you should check out the Prehistoric Nature Discord, linked down below in the description of the video. Now, before we go check out the Cretaceous, not only has the Cretaceous been added in my version of the game, but version 62 of Prehistoric Nature came out relatively recently. This is a public release, it kind of came out just a little bit earlier this week. And this version of the game, what is making that noise by the way? It's horrible. And I've built a little display thing here, as you can see, and we're going to go through and take a look at some of those new entities, starting with this absolute beauty of an Acrocanthosaurus over here, who is desperately trying to stay out of the light. Got a little bit of that My Chemical Acrocanthosaurus going on instead of the Carcharodontosaurus. Beautifully textured, really interesting patterning for a large theropod. Usually we don't see them quite so colourful and varied. Got that burst of colour there on the crest, and then this really interesting sort of spotted, dappled pattern along the back with these little dots of crimson and pinks and yellows. Very big grumbly boy. How you feeling, Acro? Feeling sexy? Yeah, they're feeling sexy. Over here, we have a Nigersaurus that I may have underestimated the size on the Nigersaurus, given how tiny the exhibit is. But again, another beautiful creature. Really like the detail on the mouth there, the sort of the beak area hanging down, but also in particular, this almost waddle neck display going on here. You can see this kind of yellow bubbly, I don't want to call it bubbly, but this neck display hanging down, oh hello, this neck display hanging down below the neck of the Nigersaurus. Lovely counter-shaded stripy spotty body, and then over here you can see the tail drops down. Got a return of that yellow from the neck waddle and into some teal blue there at the side. Next door to them, hello Acro, next door to them over here we've got our Hypsilophodon. They are teeny tiny, so let's try to, again, beautiful. How you add hundreds of creatures at once, and they're all stunningly animated, modelled, coloured. The Hypsilophodon with this sort of the feather display there at the back of the tail, really nice little detail, all wandering around, making noises. Existing entities in the game were also updated, and lots of other things were updated. The Paleopedia is now really good. We'll be showing that off. Hey, no. I'm pretty sure they can't escape. They've been in here for a while. But there's another beautiful new creature to add to the collection. Let's move on a little bit further. On the right hand side over here, very excitingly, we have our new Deinonychus. Fully feathered as you would expect. We've got this kind of striped dark pattern going on there. See them blinking, closing their eyes. Oh yeah, what are you doing? You don't need to see a little blue smattering of feathers above the eye there. Fully winged, and of course a beautiful splaying tail fan at the back as well, with this kind of ring design going. Oh, you're sleepy. Oh. Over here to the side, one of the ones, that noise is driving me insane. One of the ones that really excites me, this is Cretoxyrhina, our mackerel shark, our large mackerel shark from the days of yore, as they were officially known. Got them here in a little aquarium. Again, really nicely modelled, really smoothly animated. And we'll hop inside there. I just want to say very quickly as well, all the blocks you're seeing here are part of the mod. The glass, the bricks, the adobe bricks, the brown bricks, obviously the sea lanterns on Minecraft, but near enough everything else you're seeing is part of Prehistoric Nature, and even including the little reefs we have inside here as well. These are various reefs. Probably shouldn't all go together, but that's neither here nor there. And there's our Cretoxyrhina as well, having a lovely time, looking beautiful. Also, can I just point out how this is the first video you've seen I've recorded on my new PC, and it has let me really crank up everything on Minecraft. It's great. A little bit further on towards the noise, we have Tapajara, one of our new pterosaurs in the pack. So I built them an aviary and then put far too many of them in here. I'm pretty sure it's the Tapajara that's making the noise. Now, they're hard to get a good look at because they are flying around, but you can see loads of... Stay still. Stay still. Loads of colour, loads of pattern on there. We've got like these dapple effect on the wings that stripes into black and white. And we've got these lovely little red dots on the feet as well. And then that bright, colourful crest with some teal around the face. And then this white into bloody red along the circular rounded crest as well. Are you guys making the noise or is it you making the noise? Guess we'll find out. Before we check out that one over there, the last of my highlights for this section is Segisaurus and Psittacosaurus. So there is our Segi in the corner. Alright, Seg, why are you so alone? Why are you just sitting here on your own? That makes me feel bad. Interesting thing about Psittacosaurus is we actually have 3 different species of Psittacosaurus, all coming in a myriad different sizes. So you can see here, you can still make out that sort of strange skull shape that's very indicative of Psittacosaurus, where it kind of juts out at the side, as you can see. You've got this sort of feathering, quilling towards the back. Got another variant over here with more prominent skull shapes and a slightly different shape to the quilling at the back. Or is it the coastal ones? Oh no, there they are. Those are the little coastal ones there. So really prominent, sticking out of the skull. They're much smaller, and they've got like a spiky shape down there with the quills, and all in different patterns and colorations and all that cool stuff. But that's the highlights. Those are the dinosaurs and pterosaurs and sharks that kind of stuck out to me. But the cool thing about this mod is it's so scientifically rigorous. It includes a huge amount of creatures you probably haven't heard of otherwise. It really does try to bring back all forms of life from across the eons. To showcase the weirdness, I've built a little weird habitat, and that's what we're looking at over here. So in here, we've got a few different things. We have Pamdelurion, which is a panarthropod. I'm going to hop in and show you these in a second. We've got Lembidasterella starfish. You can just make them out over there as well, little green guys moving around. We've got Eocecilia, which is up there. You'll see that in a sec. We've got Kuyu, which I honestly added because it's called Kuyu, and I thought that was a cool fish name. It's a ray-finned fish. And we also have Arcestes, which is an ammonite. So let's hop up here, open this up. So there are our amphibians. They're kind of like long salamanders. Basically, you see they've got tiny little legs sticking out, and they just kind of waddle around. I thought since they're amphibious, I'd give them water. But if I'm honest, I spawned them in the water initially and they all just died. So I think they're better suited to the land, these guys. Let's have a look inside. You can see there's our panarthropods there. There's our ammonites. Again, look at it walking around. Wait, is that... So these ones are swimming, right? Look at it go. Look at them. Who is making this mod? It's wild. Like, those ones are swimming with this beautiful tentacular motion, and then these ones are just walking around on the ground. Look at the detail. This is wild. So they actually have 2 different motions of locomotion. They've got like this big tentacle pull for in the water, like that one over. Get out my way, fish. Like when they're in the water, like that. And then when they're moving around on the sea floor, they just use 2 of them to pull themselves along the ground. It's really astounding work. Like, I don't want to over-exaggerate, but I don't think I am. So there's our starfish. Again, look at the little movement. It's not just shuffling. You can see this wave in its arms. And then we've got our panarthropod. Again, lots of little moving parts, lots of colour in there as well. An absolute beauty. And of course, we've got our fish doing fish things. Oh, there's one of the amphibians that I didn't murder. I mean, it's not dead. It's been there for a while, so they can survive. They're just maybe not built for it. So that is a small collection of the myriad creatures added as part of this update. Never mind the 1,000 that are already in the mod. There's tons more added just in this update. I really want to do a video. It would probably kill me, but I kind of want to do a video showcasing every single life form in this mod at some point. That sounds insane, and I'd have to think about the best way to do it, but I really think everything in this pack deserves a little love and a little highlight, and we could do like a little species profile kind of thing. It would take hours though. So this is all part of update 62. This is all in the game right now. If you go download Prehistoric Nature right now. However, as said, I have been very lucky enough. Thank you to Rob for hooking me up with this one. to be granted access to the Early Cretaceous dimension. So they're adding Early Cretaceous and Latter Cretaceous, Late Cretaceous, as a sort of separate dimension. And just as we did in the past, if you haven't seen this before, by the way, I do have another video on Prehistoric Nature that's got all the other dimensions currently in the game. Very brief tours of them, but you know, they're all there in that other video. I also show you the DNA extraction process and how to create a dinosaur. I actually think we made a Dimetrodon, not a dinosaur, but either way. See you later, guys. Very exciting. So as I say, this is still alpha. This is not coming until later this year. That's the only time frame I can give you. 2025. At some point 2025. But I get to showcase it a little bit. It is... Well, we spawned in the ocean. That's okay this time. That's okay. So the oceans are actually less done than the land. I'm going to have to hop back into creative mode, I think. Yeah, the oceans aren't that done at the moment. They need some more stuff. But as you can see, if we swim down here to the bottom, we've definitely got some life forms. We've got various different sort of corals and sponges and various reef sort of shapes, which is pretty cool. Just carry my torch around with me. Oh, hello. Who are these little guys? Ichthyotringa. What are you? Are you a little ichthyosaur? I think it's a little tiny ichthyosaur. So the world gen is near enough done. Now what they're working on is just making the animals, making the entities, making the mobs to kind of populate the world. Oh, look at here. Hypophyloceras. What a beauty. Yeah, so this is just a beautiful ammonite. And look at it. It's got that glow-in-the-dark fluorescent striping going on. These are all... Oh, this is very exciting. So as I say, the world gen is basically done. The Cretaceous should look somewhat like... Oh, look at them moving. You don't have a name yet, but you're very cool. The world gen is basically done. The Cretaceous should look nearly entirely like the Cretaceous. Obviously, there's still some work to be done, but it's now just a case of finding all the creatures or the entities or building them all to populate the world and sorting out all the generation in that regard. So what we can do through the power of nature's compass is pick a biome and go and try to take a look. Now, I think this is showing me... Yeah, so we're going to have to go down to Cretaceous. Oh my god, see how many biomes there are? I guess it's late Cretaceous. All right, be right. Early Cretaceous. There we go. Right, so we can go to various different things. Now, I believe the Cretaceous has been split in this point in time into 4 primary land masses, continents, sort of things. Okay, I've ended up in a biome. If I'm totally honest, I don't know where I am. And I don't really know how I ended up here. I just started teleporting around like a crazy person. If I had to guess... I mean, the islands would suggest Europe, right? But let's see if we can tell by the species that we can find. Is that a Deinonychus? That is actually our beautiful Deinonychus that we saw a little bit earlier. And here it is in the wild doing Deinonychus things. Now, the fact we can find Deinonychus would suggest that we're in the Americas, actually. And that would make a lot of sense because it says that Europe and North America are... sort of somewhat together, and they are formed from islands. So, there we go. Wild North American Deinonychus. Oh, hello, something just died. Let's have a little poke around then, these North American islands, this beautiful looking biome, and see what else we can... If I could get my shaders working, this would look incredible. It really would. It just looks super weird. I don't know what happened. I might go have a little finagle and try again, because I just think it's going to look really, really cool, but, I mean, it looks pretty awesome anyway. It's beautifully done. The world gen is absolutely fantastic. Oh, I can see something. Is that our... Yeah, okay. It seems like I've spawned, rather inadvertently, all the new dinosaurs. There's our Acrocanthosaurus bounding away. Happy. Let's go look at this one that's not being a big old weirdo. There we go. Oh, no, you're being... There we go. What a beauty. Acrocanthosaurus in the wild. And a little cobalt-eyed dragonfly. Hello. Oh, you're more interesting than the acro to me. The acros are beautiful, though. Really, really, really cool looking. And just living its life in nature, doing nature things. How do you feel about nature, acro? Feels great. I'm just going to zoom around a little bit more, see if I can find anything else, and then we may hop over. Actually, tell you what we can do. We can head towards another North American / European sort of biome, right? Oh my god, this takes ages. There's too many. Wait, I can search. There we go. So, for example, Europe Woodland Creek or North America Braided Floodplain. Let's try to hit up Europe a little. This shouldn't be that far away, in theory. Come on, compass, hook me up. Okay, now we're not at the creek yet, but I think there has been a small change in biome. You can see we've got this kind of stony. Is that? Oh, hello. And we've got a limulid horseshoe crab. Hey, buddy. Oh, he's kind of adorable, actually. We've got silty dirt and gravel in this kind of like gravelly sort of beach area, I guess you would call it. Which is pretty interesting. Loads of variety in biomes. You can see it shifts over here to sort of a clay-born sort of area as well. And oh, we've got little creatures over here as well. We have stay still. Pytraoiasucus. Pytraoiasucus. That's not a real word. And it seems to be like a little amphibian of some description. It's got a newt sort of tail, I would say. That kind of thin tail that comes to a point, and it's got the sort of ridges. Oh, there's something in the water. What's over here in the water? This is Belonostomus, and it looks like well, it's a fish. Hey, fish. Where's my torches? There we go. Belonostomus, and they are moving around as it's a shoal, essentially. It's a group. It's a pack. It's a hunting pack. I really like those horseshoe crabs. They make me very happy. Okay, as you can see, we've had yet another shift in the biomes. We've got this kind of rocky black sand rock pool kind of thing going on, which is pretty cool. Coralline algae growing in there. Coralline algae, that's an interesting thing, actually. I really have no sound at all in my head. Can I hear music finally? I think I can finally hear some music. I'm probably going to throw some... Oh, hello! These little guys. This is Ankylosphenoodon. Ankylosphenoodon. Oh, well, that one's dead. Oh, no! It's living life! It swims! It's actually got a really cool little swimming animation as well. Look at that. It kind of moves like Godzilla in the water. That's awesome. Really, again, I love seeing these variant, like, locomotion animations, the way they play out. I think it's really testament to the level of detail in the mod. I think it's really cool stuff. I'm very easily impressed. I'm aware of that, but... Shut up. Right, we're very, very close to this Woodland Creek. I'm not particularly excited about Woodland Creek more than anything else. It's just, I had to pick one, I suppose. Got a lovely little waterfall. The whirljet is really impressive. It really is. I mean, look at this. It's great looking. It's a shame I couldn't get the shaders working. I'm sure I'm doing something wrong, but I did faff around with it for quite a while. Okay, I think we are finally approaching our Woodland Creek. Just a little bit further on. I don't know if that's the... sort of the actual boundary of the biome. Yeah, it is. Here we go. This is the Woodland Creek if I ever saw one, right here. Okay, let's see what lives in our European. So we've gone from North America to Europe through the... So as it says, they're kind of split into sort of island sort of formations at this point in time. And this would eventually split off and become, especially Western Europe, I've got to assume, semi-arid ground cover plants. You're my favourite thing I've seen so far. You're beautiful. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. So we're going to check out Asia for the first time now. This is the Asian Boggy Glades, as you can see. I finally figured out teleportation, by the way. It's because I was putting the Y coordinate in the wrong spot, basically. So I was trying to teleport like 111,000 blocks into the sky, and weirdly enough, the game was not having any of it. I thought it went X, Z, Y for some reason. But I figured it out, and we're fine. So we can now teleport around to these various biomes at our whim, essentially. And this is a really nice looking one, this Boggy Glade. Again, it really does feel like a proper swampy, boggy sort of environment, which is pretty cool if you're into that kind of thing. And let it be known that I am. So I love the look of the biome. Do I love the creatures inhabiting it? Well, let's see if we can find one and find out. Find our first Asian animal of the day. Dragonflies don't count anymore. We've seen enough dragonflies. We got over here. Ah, it's our Psittacosaurus. Our coastal Psittacosaurus. Here they are nesting in the wild. Very cool. So I think what's happened here is basically a lot of the new creatures added to the game were the Cretaceous ones, even if you don't have access to the Cretaceous biomes yet at home. What that means though is if you go download version 62 of Prehistoric Nature, whilst you can't come to the to here, whilst you can't come to the Cretaceous biome quite yet, to the Cretaceous epoch, I should say, what you can do is spawn all these Cretaceous animals for yourselves in your bases. You know, if you wanted to do something with that, you can play with these right now, like our adorable little Psittacosauruses. And of course, me picking out the exciting creatures from that oh, hello. Who have we got here then? We have here Jinyun Pelter. What a beaut. Hey, bud. Oh, they're inside each other. Oh no. the Jinyun Pelter centipede project happening before our very eyes. But the point is, you could go spawn these for yourselves and play with them. Of course, I've picked out what I thought were the most exciting creatures, and that means inevitably I've picked out the big new Cretaceous dinosaurs. But hey, there are clearly new ones to discover, like this gorgeous critter right here in front of us. Oh, right, so, not that far away. So we go TP at S 3968, and then I'm gonna put what, 100 maybe, and then 11039. This happened last time as well. I didn't understand what happened. Am I in the sky? I think it actually just takes a little while to spawn. This is a very, very cool biome though. Look at this, where we've spawned these gigantic cliffs born out of rock right here beside, I mean, what else would the cliffs be made of? Mud, I suppose. But we can have now a little look. So this is the Asian shrubland. Again, we've got lots of custom plant life, as you would expect, and a nice dense forest. Perfect place to find creatures. What do we have? Do we have any life forms hanging out? Other than these very cool trees, these are yew trees, which are beautiful looking. Really dense and berryful. Just what I look for in my trees and my life partners. I heard something. I can see something. What are you? Stay still. Abrigama. Well, that's a butterfly. That's a large butterfly or large moth or something. We've got another one over here. What's that? Is that the same? No, it's a Calligrama. We've got Abrigama and Calligrama. Oh, hello. And we also have a common Psittacosaurus. So we've had the coastal one, and now we found the common one out here in the wild as well. Very cool. And let's see what else. Oh, yeah, there's more common Psittacosauruses down here. So we're still in Asia, so we're still going to find Psittacos, but we're finding different variants, different species, depending on which biome we are in. Well, I've made a little stop here in North America whilst trying to find my way over to Africa. We're so far. The world is so humongous that I can't find Africa or Antarctica at this point in time. However, whilst here in North America, I did just stumble upon these beautiful little aquilopses, which were also added in the new update. Absolute stunners with the quills along the tail there, this lovely striped patterning that gets... Stop chasing me. What are you doing? I think it's protecting its nest, you know. Stop it. I think it's actually protecting its nest. A beautiful coloured head as well. That flat crest you can see there. And those tiny little hench arms ready to beat me up. I'm a little scared. Aquilops, please. I just want to look at you. You're beautiful. Why do you hate me so? They're genuinely chasing me down. I'm being hunted by aquilopses. This is a very cool environment. I don't know where we are, but it's cool. Can I check in Nature's Compass where I am? I don't think so. Oh, hello, 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 hello. Who's this? It's Falcarius. Very cool as well. See some sporadic, sort of very fluffy out there sort of feathering there at the back of the tail, and then that sort of you can sort of it's only in Minecraft, but because of how the coloration's done and the patterning, you can kind of feel how it would have that kind of splay of white feathers, you know, at the base of the neck that goes into this sleek feathering up to the head that gets more red with time. Are you protecting your nest as well? Do you hate me? Or are you working with the aquilopses to punish me? You might well be. Still looking for Africa. I will find you, Africa. I have a very specific set of skills. Here we are, just loading in. This is Africa, Gondwana, of course, and our brownstone valley, which you can make really nice bricks from as well. So let's see if we can find any life. Oh, there, right away. Not in the brownstone valley, but just to the side of it, these beautiful little creatures. What have we got over here? We have Iyuku. Iyuku, it kind of looks like Hypsilophodon, similar. Hello, Iyuku. You're new to me. I've never heard of a Iyuku before. That's very cool. How are you doing, Ayuku? Living our best life? A beautiful little creature, aren't you? Yes, I am. See, yeah. It knows. All right, I'm right at there. Ooh. I'll let you spawn in. Oh, oh, oh. Ayuku, you're breaking my heart, buddy. Absolutely breaking my heart. Right, so let's hop across the water and see what we've got. This is assumably still part of Gondwana in Africa. It's a very different biome, though. If we go over here. Oh, hello, hello. That didn't take long. Tyrtasaura. Oh, hello. Hey, guys. Again, very similar. I guess that makes sense. We're all kind of responding to environmental pressures. Really interesting, unique coloration there. This bright white coloration and that little bit of teal at the top and the striping. Very unusual. And then that burst of blue there at the tip of the snout, or the sort of the beak. Sort of, I'm assuming you've got a bit of a beak going on. People love having a bit of a beak going on, don't they? It's typical. Okay, also as part, I've got... Oh, hello. We also have Berthosaura, which again, same sort of rough basal morphology as the other dinosaurs we've seen in this area so far. It looks like this area of Gondwana definitely developed a lot of similar sort of dinosaurs, but all of them living in different biomes. You know, pterosaur. I only saw this as we came over to this sort of beachy sort of area over here. There's a bone there. Something's died. Right, what was that pterosaur? There you are. What are you? Oh, your beauty is what you are. What? Come here. Come hither. Anhanguera. Oh, and these are not the ones we saw earlier. I think they're the ones we saw earlier, interestingly enough. We must have spawned in Gondwana and then left it very, very far behind. There's their nest. They're not as defensive as the Aqualops are. They're like, yeah, well, if he kills us, he kills us. It's life, you know? Not death, I guess. Okay, Gondwana looking absolutely beautiful. Very different biomes, very different style with all this brownstone and clay and... Yeah, unlike any of the others so far, each continent has felt quite distinct from the others in terms of its biome availability. Ooh, hello. This is new for me. This is a red sand sort of beach. Again, I think we're still in Gondwana here. We've got more of our Anhanguera pterosaurs flapping about. Coastal, as you would expect. Because they definitely have the mouth of a... you can kind of see the teeth at the front, the way they sort of jut out all over the place. And that's because pterosaurs like this... Oh, is that a bebe? Oh, is that a bebe? Hello, bebe. Hello, bebe. Their teeth jut out all over the place. It makes it a lot easier for them to catch fish. If you think, if your teeth are sort of sticking around in many, many different directions, then when you snag a fish, it's easy to snag the fish in the first place, and also harder for the fish to wriggle free, essentially. What is that? It sounds adorable. Where is it? Oh, hello. Right, there we go. Over here we have a Muttaburrasaurus. Very cool. Hello, Muttaburra. Big old beak you've got, your shovel face kind of thing going on. Nice. A new creature to finish things off. Our Gondwanan Muttaburrasaurus. Okay, so I think I've shown a pretty big selection of the various biomes and creatures available in the game. As I say, this isn't going to be available for quite a while yet. We don't really know when exactly. It's at some point in 2025. Flying around, you do definitely get the feeling that there needs to be more entities, you know, and that's really the main thing they're working on now, because the world gen is incredible. The biomes are beautiful and varied, and there's tons of them. And clearly they just need to be populated with more creatures. So from me and this beautiful Gondwanan rainforest, thank you so much for joining me. I hope you've had fun on this little adventure. Check out Prehistoric Nature at the CurseForge link down below, and as I said, go check out their Discord as well. Throw me a like if you enjoyed the video, and stick around for more Minecraft dinosaurs and general dinosaur nonsense. Thank you for joining me. Cheers, much love as always. Bye-bye.
Road.